All right, alongside Jeff Hathhorn, I'm Josh Rowntree. Jeff, and we did this a week ago. We had a couple of wins to talk about here at PNC Park, and you there at PPG Paints Arena. Not the case tonight. The Penguins lose 5-1 to the Oilers. The Pirates lose 12-8 to the Brewers. Let's start with the Penguins. Obviously, there's a disturbing trend right now with this team of when they score, the other team seems to almost immediately score, and it happened again tonight, and it proved to be a pretty big goal.
Yeah, and you do it against a really good team. I mean, you add that factor into it. I mean, this team is struggling. Listen, post game was all about talking about confidence. Here's a team with a lot of members that have won Stanley Cups, and they're hurting for confidence, according to other players and their head coach. They're trying to find it. They need to, as Mike Sullivan said, build a foundation to find their confidence. Well, they've got 2 practices in a game and then a couple of practices before a playoff series. This is a team, let's be real. This is a team that's reeling right now. Sullivan says confidence is fleeting. You can find it as quickly as you lose it. Let's hope this is the case, because this team looks really bad right now.
Yeah, it could be a very short spring for the Penguins. The Pirates lose 12-8. A couple storylines here from PNC Park. Mitch Keller struggles in the first inning, 31 pitches. The next 3 innings, 29 pitches. He ends up leaving after 4 2/3. The other big story, and the biggest story of the day, Brian Reynolds and Cole Tucker both go on the COVID list. Jack Sawinski gets called up. Tucapita Marcona gets called up as well. From Double-A Altoona, they were in Akron and made the short drive and made their debuts with the Pirates. And for Sawinski, his MLB debut here tonight. But obviously, Jeff, this is becoming a bit of a concern now. COVID kind of taking a grasp on baseball again. And Derek Shelton had some interesting comments afterwards. He said basically it's all that he's ever known as a manager is having to deal with COVID, and you feel for him in a way.
Yeah, you do. And of course, the Penguins have dealt with that stomach flu that wasn't COVID that went through their team. And they had an injury tonight as well. Jason Zucker, for the 4th time this year, leaves and misses game time with an injury. We don't know the significance of it. It's a lower body injury, but that's one of the issues too. Mike Sullivan was trying to work on some new lines. He had a new third line with Sullivan, Kapanen, and Carter, and Zucker, Carter and Kapanen, and Zucker goes out in the first period, and they can't even really work on that and see if that's a viable thing for the postseason. Yeah, injuries, COVID, illnesses, it's all part of it. And unfortunately, it's been hitting the Pittsburgh teams pretty hard.
Yeah, it has, unfortunately. We'll have a lot more on that and a lot more at 93.7thefan.com.